भगवान श्री योगीराम सूरत कुमार की जय। योगीराम सूरत कुमार, योगीराम सूरत कुमार, योगीराम सूरत कुमार, जय गुरु राया। योगीराम सूरत कुमार, योगीराम सूरत कुमार, योगीराम सूरत कुमार, जय गुरु राया। योगीराम सूरत कुमार, योगीराम सूरत कुमार, योगीराम सूरत कुमार, जय गुरु राया। राम 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 Kumar, Yogi Ram Surat Kumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ram Surat Kumar, Yogi Ram Surat Kumar, Yogi Ram Surat Kumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ram Surat Kumar, Yogi Ram Surat Kumar, Yogi Ram Surat Kumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Rama 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 Yogi Ram Surat Kumar, Yogi Ram Surat Kumar, Yogi Ram Surat Kumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ram Surat Kumar, Yogi Ram Surat Kumar, Yogi Ram Surat Kumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ram Surat Kumar, Yogi Ram Surat Kumar, Yogi Ram Surat Kumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Rama 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 Yogi Ram Surat Kumar, Yogi Ram Surat Kumar, Yogi Ram Surat Kumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ram Surat Kumar, Yogi Ram Surat Kumar, Yogi Ram Surat Kumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Kumaar, Yogi Ram Surat Kumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ram Surat Kumar, Yogi Ram Surat Kumar, Yogi Ram Surat Kumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Rama 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 Yogi Ram Surat Kumar, Yogi Ram Surat Kumar, Yogi Ram Surat Kumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ram Surat Kumar, Yogi Ram Surat Kumar, Yogi Ram Surat Kumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Rama 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 Yogi Ram Surat Kumar, Yogi Ram Surat Kumar, Yogi Ram Surat Kumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ram Surat Kumar, Yogi Ram Surat Kumar, Yogi Ram Surat Kumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Kumar Jaya Guru Raya Yogi Ram Surat Kumar Yogi Ram Surat Kumar Yogi Ram Surat Kumar Jaya Guru Raya Rama 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 Yogi Ram Surat Kumar Yogi Ram Surat Kumar Yogi Ram Surat Kumar Jaya Guru Raya Yogi Ram Surat Kumar Yogi Ram Surat Kumar Yogi Ram Surat Kumar Jaya Guru Raya Rama 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 Yogi Ram Surat Kumar Yogi Ram Surat Kumar Yogi Ram Surat Kumar Jaya Guru Raya Yogi Ram Surat Kumar Yogi Ram Surat Kumar Yogi Ram Surat Kumar Jaya Guru Raya Rama Suratkumar, Yogi Ram Suratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ram Suratkumar, Yogi Ram Suratkumar, Yogi Ram Suratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ram Suratkumar, Yogi Ram Suratkumar, Yogi Ram Suratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. भगवान श्री योगी राम सूरत कुमार की जय। सर्वं योगी राम सूरत कुमारार्पणमस्तु। In this Sandhya Kal, the evening twilight time meant for worship of the gods, has been utilized by Bhagavan's grace for his Nama Sankirtan, his powerful, divine Nama Sankirtan, which we know is no small grace. We will have to celebrate this grace, and with deep gratitude, we have offered the Nama lotuses at the lotus feet of Bhagavan. Today again, we shall see a story how it caters to Bhagavan's teaching, a particular teaching. The story starts like this. There were three beauties, very young and very beautiful girls, going on a picnic. Now there was a stream, and when they took bath, they saw themselves reflected in the stream, and they found themselves very beautiful. Each one thought that she was more beautiful than the other two. When all the three thought so, naturally there was bound to be a quarrel. And they did. They started saying that I am the most beautiful one. And each one claimed more beauty than the other. Naturally, there was full of heated exchanges among themselves, and they were completely lost in it. They forgot they had come on a picnic, and together they started happily, and now because of this self-pride and a sense of competition, the whole thing changed into very unpleasant exchanges. Now at that time, an old lady, a beggar woman, very old, very tired, was staggering her way with a stick. She looked hungry also and tired beyond words. As she approached them, all she could think of was food. But these people, they were so absorbed in their arguments. As soon as they saw this lady approaching them, they did not care for her tiredness or hunger, and that she was an old lady and she wasn't able to walk properly even. They just said, "Hey, old lady, can you please tell us, among the three of us, who is the most beautiful one?" Now you can imagine the old lady. She was about to faint for lack of food and water, and she had walked quite a bit of distance. She said, Dear young ladies, I can tell you only after I am fed. I feel like fainting. Will you please give me some food and water? After eating it, I will be able to tell you. But then you see, they were far gone into their argument, self-absorbed and very proud. They had lost all sense of humanity, not humanity. They just didn't bother with the condition of the lady at all. And as soon as they found out this lady was useless, that she could not serve their purpose, they just dismissed her heartlessly. And this lady, now unable to find food, somehow she found just a little more strength to walk, because she found some field there and some people working. She somehow managed to walk ahead and reach the place with great difficulty. And there she found one young lady working very hard in the field. The sun was oppressively hot, and yet this lady was busy working. And as soon as this old lady approached her, this young farmer saw her condition, immediately rushed towards her. And then she offered her food, asking her to take as much as she wanted. Now the old lady felt very relieved. Here is someone who is humane, who understands my condition. So happily, she took half of it and then drank some water and then thanked this lady heartily, profusely. Now suddenly this old lady remembered what happened in the other place. So she said, "Oh dear young lady, you have saved my life by giving me, by sharing your food. You have been working so hard in the field and you must be very hungry yourself, and yet you have the magnanimity, the generosity to offer your food to me. How can I ever thank you sufficiently? And yet, I would like to take you to another place. I need you very badly for some reason." And then she dragged this young lady, this generous, good Samaritan, to the other place. And those three beautiful ladies were still quarreling. They had forgotten to eat. They had forgotten to drink water. And there was a very heated argument going on. And that is when this old lady and the farmer lady found them. Now this old lady said, "You people, you three people asked me to tell you who is most beautiful here among the three of you. Now that I have had food and water, I am now in good condition. I will be able to tell you." Now the three beautiful ladies were very eager, happy that here was someone who could pronounce who really was more beautiful than the other two. Now the old lady, as you can all guess, took the hand of the generous and loving lady, the young lady who accompanied her from the field. Said, "Young women, here is the most beautiful lady, the most beautiful, much more beautiful than you three." You know what she did? when I was about to faint for lack of water and food. She was so magnanimous, so generous. She shared her food with me and gave me water to drink and saved my life. So I say that this lady is more beautiful than the three of you. Much more beautiful. You people cannot compare with her. She's far beyond you. Now, naturally, the three young ladies were disconcerted. They got so angry. They said, how can you say that? And then the old lady said, this young lady of the field has a golden heart. She has a beautiful heart which feels for the suffering of other people, which is ready to sacrifice, to alleviate the suffering of the other people. There lies the true beauty. It is not in the flesh. And that's when, with a shock, the three young ladies came to their senses. They suddenly realized they had not eaten, not drunk any water, and nor were they taking bath in the stream, and all the time had been wasted in heated exchanges. They were so friendly and loving before they started. But once, when there was this unhealthy competition among them, this ugly scene developed. Now they came back to their senses and apologized. So, this story very effectively tells us that when somebody is hungry, begging for food, especially when she's old and tired, walked a long distance, it is our bounden duty to see to it that she is fed with whatever is available. Our Bhagwan, who had been wandering all over India as a penniless beggar, had come across very cruel situations. He used to say that often he would get very hard, dry rotis without any liquid to soften it. And then he had to take some water from one of the taps near or from the stream to soften it, to eat it. And sometimes some people would throw old stuff and there would be worms in it. And they were never bothered. He had varied experiences in different states of India. He said it's only when he came to Gujarat, the mothers were very kind to him. They always gave him something or the other, and if there was no food at all, they would give him some coins. Once he was lying down on the banks of Godavari. He was reading some newspaper, and then when he fell asleep, the newspaper was by his side. And when he woke up, he found it full of coins. The mothers who had a dip in the stream threw some coins to him without even his begging. He always recalled it with tears. Such is the kindness of the mothers there in Gujarat. And then he would say, naturally so, because it's a land of Mahatma Gandhi. And then Bhagwan often said with tears, beggary should not be abolished in India like the Western countries. Beggars should not be hated, should not be looked down upon. Great masters, great rishis from the ancient times of Vedas had come down in the form of beggars. And this is the land of holy beggars. And then he would add, with more tears, what if you should give? What if you give them one meal? Will you lose your wealth by just giving one meal? Or will they become a millionaire? And then he would say, if you feed 100 beggars, there might be one Mahatma among them. And feeding one Mahatma is equivalent to feeding the whole creation. So he said, if anyone should come across a beggar begging for food, it is your duty to see that he is fed with whatever is available. You don't have to go out of the way to get him some good food, but be ready with a good heart to give him what he needs. I remember when we were in Sudama, there was a particular incident. There was an old beggar lady who came and knocked at the door and called out in a faint voice, said, "Ma, I feel so hungry. Please give me something to eat." Bhagwan and I were seated on the veranda, and Bhagwan was, as usual, very busy with his father's work. He was smoking, completely absorbed. So I heard, and then I felt very bad. But we could do nothing without Bhagwan's permission. I could not even move if he was absorbed in his father's work, because it would draw his attention away from his work and disturb him. So I sat quietly for some time, and then second time she called out, begging. And again I felt my heart stirred, and then I said, now this time, risking his anger, Bhagwan, there is this beggar lady outside asking for some food. Shall I go see? Shall I go to the kitchen and see what is left over? Can I give her something? He just gave me one stare and said, Devki, can't you see this beggar is busy? Now feeding this beggar is not this beggar's work. And he said it very sternly. I was shocked, but then I knew that he could not say it without some meaning. There must be some subtle meaning. He who has been helping the whole world, alleviating the sufferings of all the people without any difference, should say that feeding this beggar woman is not his job. There must be something much more than what met the eye. So I kept quiet, but then the beggar lady wouldn't keep quiet. She called out again, this time more fervently, more appealingly. There was such, it was so pathetic. I was again moved to tears, and this time, second time I risked it. I said, Bhagwan, maybe I can just give a coin to her. Will you please permit it? Again he looked at me with a certain, he could be very, very stern. And then he said, what are you saying, Devki? This beggar has said already, it is not this beggar's work. and this beggar is busy. And he kept quiet. Now I know that I could not risk it again. I have done my best. So I kept quiet, and the lady called out 2 more times and left. And I could not reconcile myself to the situation, though I knew deeply there was something much more to the situation. Bhagwan was not a person who could deal with it so harshly. And then after, say about 20 minutes or half an hour, he gave me a chance to go out to throw something into the dustbin. So I went there, opened the door, and then what did I see? This beggar lady was sitting there just 2 houses away. There was some function going on, and they had made her sit just outside the house, and there was a huge leaf, banana leaf, and they had served her many items. And she was enjoying her food hugely. I could see how happy she was, enjoying every bit of the meal. That was no time to feed anybody, and still those people had taken it into their heart to do so. It was not a usual thing, and suddenly it flashed. I knew instantly it was Bhagwan's work. Had he made me give something to that lady, I would have gone inside, and there was really nothing to give except some old food, and she would have gone immediately after that, maybe the other way. But because he would not allow me to give anything, she drifted off to the other place, seeing the function there, and Bhagwan had entered the heart of those people to come forward to feed her. And there she was enjoying it so much. She was eating full of delight. And then I came very excitedly and said, Bhagwan, that old beggar lady is now eating there, a sumptuous meal there. And suddenly again he gave me a stare and said, Devaki, what do you think this beggar is doing all the time? It came as a slap, and then I instantly understood that he had his own ways of helping people. And those ways could not compare with anything. They were the best. So let us remember how Bhagwan helped everyone in some way or the other, and in the best way. As he said, when you feed a beggar, you're not going to lose the whole of your wealth, nor would the beggar become a millionaire. And when you feed 100 beggars, there could be a Mahatma among them. You would never know. So let's remember all this and act as per the wish of Bhagwan. We shall now offer our prayers. Let us beg. We are also beggars, and we have many more things to beg. Bhagwan, we beg you a million times for your immediate divine intervention to bring forth a dharmic normalcy to the world in all aspects of life. Where there is disharmony and killer competition, growing enmity, and now the war, not to mention the furies of nature. Please bring in peace, unity, and growing friendship, and mutual help and understanding, and nature under control. We also beg you to uproot, to remove all the negativities of the human mind that are responsible for today's world. We beg you again to reach out to those people who have found themselves in very difficult situations, unable to get help or protection. Only your grace can touch them and bring in their needs. We beg you to do the needful. We also beg you to help and protect all those unselfish people who have been working hard for the sake of the others, from gossip and bandying, aspersion and criticism. We also beg you to promote the economy of our country. And Bhagwan, we beg you again to promote the growth of India in all fields of activity, science, technology, industry, fine arts, so that it becomes, of course, the military, it becomes a superpower underworld teacher to conduct the other countries in the path of Dharma. We also beg you to bless us to chant your name ceaselessly and to be sattvic instruments in your hands, so that we can run our everyday life as an offering to you. And Bhagwan, we beg you again and again not to allow us to be tempted by the snares of Maya. We seek that ultimate state of bliss for which we need your supreme grace. And our mind should be purified by ceaseless chanting of your name and the joyful service without any competition, jealousy or complaint, with perfect harmony with people around, and that in the spirit of surrender to you and the practice of acceptance of whatever life brings to us, joy or sorrow, as a definite blessing coming from you. Bhagwan, please bless us to be able to see your living, vibrant presence everywhere in everything. We should also know that it is your will that's behind all the happenings of life. And Bhagwan, please bless us, enable us to detect that hidden grace even in the most devastating experience of life. Instead of putting the blame on others for our own failures, instead of resenting God Himself for our sufferings, let us know that we have invited our sufferings by our past karmas. It is our problems, it is our karmas that invite all kinds of situations, crisis after crisis. But if we are devoted to Bhagwan, if we chant His name, if we pray to Him, He will take us back in His fold and change all our difficulties into blessings. Bhagwan, we beg you to bless us to be grateful even for the adversities of life. We also seek your blessings for all the species of the cosmos to be lifted to a higher plane, and finally to be free from the vicious cycle of births and deaths, to be free from the tyranny of ego, so that we be blessed with that immortal life, that eternal living, an eternal servitude to you, that eternal supreme power, that's Yogi Ram Sarat Kumar. Jai Yogi Ram Sarat Kumar.